Hey guys, Nak is back and welcome to another vid about H1Z1. This time we'll go over all craftable items and buildings in H1Z1 since no one else did it yet. Or at least I think so. So I thought some people might be looking for a little guide. A part of the crafting system I really enjoy is discovering stuff, so be warned because this will contain spoilers in that category. I'll also post a link to a site with all of these items. Just keep in mind it was data mined and there are a lot of items that aren't in-game yet and I only want to go over what's in-game already. Keep in mind this is alpha, so all of this is subject to change and I'm not sure about some of the items on that site being in-game or not, but anyway, let's have a look. So first of all we have the animal trap. The animal trap is really easy to make and it only requires 1 wood stick, 4 wood planks and 4 nails. If you want to know how nails are made, just hang in there. The animal traps can be put around your base to catch small animals, and in this case it's only rabbit meat until now. Every couple of minutes or so the little gate on the animal trap will close and you will be able to harvest meat out of it. Then after that we have the backpack frame. For the backpack frame you need 4 wood sticks and 4 nails. The backpack frame will let you make a backpack with 1200 bulk instead of 300 like the satchel, and it will transform your satchel into a backpack. So you need a satchel to make this. Then we have bandages. This is used to heal you up and it requires 2 scraps of cloth. Then we have barbed wire. This can be used to defend your base and will damage enemies over time when standing in it. It requires 4 metal shards and 4 wood sticks to make. To make a barbecue you'll need 8 scrap metal and 3 metal pipes. The barbecue is like a campfire, only it's permanent, so you won't have to make a campfire over and over again. Then we have the first little building, called Basic Shack. To make a basic shack you need 20 wood planks and 10 wood sticks. This is a really small shack that can be put on flat terrain and is really easy to destroy. It's made out of wood, by the way. Then we have the basic shack door that fits perfectly into the little shack and is also made from wood. You'll need 5 wood sticks and 3 wood planks to make it. Then after that we have the bear stack, that's just made by throwing bear meat into a fire. Then we have biofuel, that's made by throwing animal fat into the fire. Then we have blackberry juice. Blackberry juice is made by combining purified water, 1 purified water with 5 blackberries. Then we have the bow drill. The bow drill is used to make fire, but it takes a little longer than lighters or anything else to light, because yeah, it's a bow drill. You'll need 1 scrap of cloth, 1 wood stick and 1 wood plank to make it, and just be sure to make it when you start off if you can, because if you don't find the lighter, this will be your main source of fire. After the bow drill we have the campfire. A campfire is made with 2 wood logs and those are really easy to obtain by just cutting down trees. A campfire can be used to make fire to cook meat or purify water. After that we have coffee. Coffee is made with 1 ground coffee and 1 purified water and it can be used to hydrate yourself. Then we have coffee with sugar, and that's basically a coffee and a packet of sugar. Coffee with sugar will also replenish your stamina, so that's a real good thing to know. Then we have the combat knife, something I really like to make because it only takes 100 bulk place and you can put it in your backpack and have something to cut up meat. You'll need 1 wood stick and 1 metal sheet to make it, so it's really easy to obtain. Then we have cooked rabbits, that is made by throwing rabbit meat into the fire, obviously. And then we have the first big building, the deck foundation. A deck foundation can be placed on flat terrain, but mostly anywhere to be honest, and you can build upon it and make a little fortified base. This is basically the base for your fortified base, if that makes any sense. So to make a deck foundation you'll need 4 wood logs, 8 metal brackets, 16 wood planks and 20 nails. That's a lot, but it's totally worth it. Then we have deer jerky. Deer jerky is made by taking 1 venison, so 1 piece of meat from a deer, and 1 salt packet. After that we have the deer scent. Deer scent, when used, will let you approach animals a little closer without them noticing you, so this is really good if you like hunting a lot. Deer scent is made by using 1 deer bladder and 1 scrap of cloth, and a deer bladder can be obtained by cutting up animals. Then we have another little craftable building, let's say. I don't know if I can call it a building, but it's the dew collector. The dew collector will just catch rainwater and put it in empty bottles you put in a container. The dew collector needs 2 wood planks and 1 tarp to make. Then we have the first aid kit. The first aid kit compared to bandages will heal you a lot more than normal. It will, if you're like at 30% life, this will almost get you back to full life. So be sure to make some when you can. A first aid kit is made by using 1 saline and 1 bandage. And to make a saline, just hang in there. After that we have a flare. The flare can be made using 1 fertilizer, 1 scrap of cloth and 1 packet of sugar. The flare can be used to ignite fires, or it can be used to show your position. After that we have the framed backpack. The framed backpack is basically the backpack that you will make with the backpack frame. So yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. The furnace will make it so that you will be able to melt metal. And that means you will be able to make every metal component as long as you get scrap metal. And scrap metal can be found in destroyed cars, or they can be found by just hitting destroyed cars with a crowbar. Then we have the ground tamper. The ground tamper has been disabled by the devs because normally you would be able to raise a square out of the ground with this to make your fortified base on, but people have been placing them all over streets and cities, so yeah, they're blocking roads with it. The ground tiller will let you turn a little bit of soil so that you get fresh soil to plant seeds in. To make the ground tiller you need 1 wood stick, 1 metal shard and 1 pipe. Then we have gunpowder. Gunpowder can be made by using 1 fertilizer and 1 charcoal, and charcoal is obtained by putting wood into a furnace or a barbecue. Then we have the hammer. The hammer can be used as a melee weapon, or it can be used to repair structures. To make a hammer you will need 1 wood stick and 1 metal bar. Then after that we have the hand shovel. One of my favorite items so far. The hand shovel is used to bury stashes under the ground. This is basically like a container, but it has no limits apparently, and you can really hide it well. So yeah, if you wanna make a stash, use the hand shovel. A hand shovel is made by using 1 metal shard and 1 wood stick, so you can make a lot of them too. Then we have the IED, the improvised explosive device. To make an improvised explosive device you will need 1 landmine and 1 scrap of cloth. Now I would not advise making an IED yet, because I tested it out once and the only thing it did was put my base on fire and damage nothing, so I don't really know what to use it for now. Then we have the improvised compass. This is basically a really basic compass with north, south, east and west, and that's it. But yeah, to make it you need 1 metal shard and 1 purified water, pretty basic stuff. Then we have the landmine, one of my favorite items too. The landmine can be used to put in a place, and when someone comes in a 2-meter proximity of it, it will explode after like a couple of seconds. And it has a really big area of effect, and everybody standing in it will just be one-shotted. So yeah, it's a really OP weapon for the moment. To make a landmine you will need 1 metal shard, 1 metal sheet and 1 gunpowder. Then we have the large shelter. The large shelter is a structure that can only be placed on a raised foundation or on damped ground. But yeah, since that's disabled, you can only put a large shelter on a raised foundation for now. To make a large shelter, you will need 4 metal brackets, 8 nails, 4 wood planks, and 4 metal sheets. Then we have the machete. The machete is a melee weapon that can also be used to cut down trees. To make a machete you need 2 wood planks and 2 metal sheets. After that we have the makeshift bow. This will probably be the first weapon you make, and it's probably the most interesting weapon to start out with, because this bow will make it so that you'll be able to damage zombies and other animals without taking a hit yourself, and this is really important when you start out. To make a makeshift bow you just need 1 scrap of cloth and 1 wood stick. Then after that we have the makeshift hatchets. The makeshift hatchet is also one of the first weapons I make, because if you don't have anything sharp or no metal sheets, then the makeshift hatchet is, yeah, probably your best choice. To make one you only need 1 wood stick and 1 scrap metal, so as long as you can find a scrap metal, you're in. Then we have the metal bar. The metal bar is just used for crafting other craftables, but yeah, to get it you just have to throw metal, a metal pipe, scrap metal, a hammer or weapon into the furnace and wait for a bit. It will transform into a metal bar on itself. Of course the furnace has to be ignited. Then we have metal brackets. Metal brackets are also used in other craftables, and to make them you just need one scrap metal. You don't even need a furnace to make this. Then we have probably the best door up until now, the metal door. A metal door can be made by using 2 metal brackets and 2 metal sheets. But keep in mind, even if you make metal doors, the chances are probably high that they will still break into your base, because even a metal door can be taken down quite easily for the moment. After that we have a metal gate. The metal gate can be used as a first entrance into your fortified base on a tamped ground or on a raised structure. Now to make a metal gate you'll need 1 metal bracket, 2 metal sheets and 2 wood planks. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned it, but the shack door, the metal door and the metal gate, all 3 of these doors can be used with a password, so that only you or your friends can access it. After that we have the metal shard. A metal shard is just like a metal bracket. It's used to make other craftable items, and it can be made from using 1 scrap metal. Again, you don't need a furnace for this. Then we have the metal shed. The metal shed is kind of a weird building, because you can't really put a door into it, and it has an open window, so I don't know what the use is really for this, but it's more like a little farmhouse in my opinion. To make it you'll need 6 metal sheets and 4 wood planks. Then we have the metal sheets that have been mentioned quite a lot up until now, and to make a metal sheet you just need 2 metal bars. Then we have a metal wall. Metal walls can be used to put around your damped ground or your raised foundation, as a little more extra protection. To make a metal wall you will need 2 metal sheets and 2 wood planks. Then after that we have the nails. The nails, again, are used to make other craftable items, and to make nails you just need 1 metal shard. You can transform 1 metal shard into 4 nails without even the need of a furnace. Then we have pipe. Pipes can be used to make other craftable items, like a lot of items in here, and they can be made by using 2 metal sheets. Then we have one of the better defensive items to defend your base together with barbed wire, namely the punchy sticks. Punchy sticks are sticks that you can put on the ground and on wood and on pretty much everything for the moment, but they will do damage over time to anyone standing into it or close enough to it. Then after that we have the purified water. This is pretty self-explanatory, but you just need to get dirty water by collecting it from a dew collector or from a river, and then you just need to throw it in a fire and you'll get purified water. Then we have rabbit stew. To make rabbit stew you will need 1 purified water, 1 salt packet and 1 cooked rabbit. Now this is a little drink that doesn't take a lot of bulk space, and it will replenish a lot of hydration and a lot of energy, so it's really good if you can make some if you're going on an adventure or something. Then we have the rigged lights, and if anybody knows how this works exactly, let me know in the comment section, because I have one and tested it out on several occasions but never really saw what it was for. So yeah. Rigged lights can be made using 1 battery and 1 off-roader headlights. After that we have roasted corn. Roasted corn can be made by just throwing corn into the barbecue. Pretty obvious. Then we have saline, that's used for making first aid kits. And to make saline you just need 1 purified water and 1 salt packet. If you can make a bandage on top of that, you'll be able to make your first aid kit. Then we have a satchel. A satchel is probably the first backpack you'll make, and yeah, it's not really a backpack, it's more of a little bag where you can put some extra stuff in. But to make a satchel you will need 6 scraps of cloth, so it's pretty easy to make. After that we have the shack. And let's also do the small shack. The shack is a bigger variant of the small shack, and both of these little buildings can be put on the flattest terrains and have a little stair that run into them. You can also close these shacks with wooden doors or metal doors, that's your choice. To make a big shack you will need 16 nails, 2 metal sheets and 8 wood planks, and for a small shack you will need 4 wood planks, 2 metal brackets and 4 nails. Then after that we also have a shelter, a smaller variety of the large shelter, and this is one of the buildings that can only be put on tamped ground or a raised structure. So yeah, it's just a smaller variant of a room you can put on your raised foundation. To make a shelter you will need 4 wood planks, 8 nails and 2 metal sheets. Then we have the smoke flare. The smoke flare can be used to mark your position or to show a spot from far away to other people. Or to get their attention at least. Then we also have a snare. That's pretty useless for the moment because you can only step once over it, and yeah, it will even go on the constructor, so pretty much it's useless. It will slow down and damage enemies that step into it though, but yeah, you need 1 metal shard and 1 metal sheet to make it, so I think you're better off just making barbed wire and punchy sticks, or even maybe a landmine, but that's just me. Then we have storage containers. Storage containers are basically boxes that you can put all over your base and put stuff in. I don't know if they have a limit, but for the moment I wouldn't count on them, because honestly everybody's just robbing storage containers for the moment. You can pretty much only put this into your base to be safe in the first place, and everybody can get into your base. So just stay away from them and use a hand shovel to make a stash or something. But if you want to make a storage container, you will need 4 wood planks, 1 metal bracket and 1 nail. The structure stairs is a buildable item that you can only put on a raised foundation, and with these stairs you will be able to get to your second floor with ease. To make structure stairs you will need 4 metal brackets, 8 wood sticks, 8 nails and 8 wood planks. Then one of the last items but not least is Swizzle. Swizzle is some kind of a weird drug, but it will give you a big energy boost, and this translates into a really fast character for like 10 to 30 seconds. Only problem with this item is that if you use your running button together with Swizzle, then your game will just crash because, I don't know, maybe we're too fast or something. But at this point it's pretty useless, because if you don't use shift with Swizzle, you run almost as fast as not using Swizzle and running with shift. So yeah. To make Swizzle you will need 1 purified water, 1 sugar packet and 1 all-in-one cold medicine. And you can't just make it like that, you have to throw these 3 ingredients into a fire, and Swizzle and an empty bottle will come out. After that we have the torch. The torch is just used to see a little more, to have a little light, but I think you can also use it to hit people and put them on fire, which is pretty funny. The torch can be made by using 1 branch, 1 scrap of cloth and 1 animal fat. Then we have the wolf steak, and yeah, as every meat, you just need to throw your wolf meat into the fire to get wolf steak. Then we have wood planks that can just be gathered from breaking wooden crates, or you can make them yourselves by cutting up wood logs. Keep in mind that you will need a sharp item to make wood planks out of wood logs. After that we have the spear, the wood spear. This is probably the best weapon to raid bases for the moment, because for some reason it has a crazy amount of damage, and sometimes when you drop it you get it back with 1000 durability, so yeah, something weird is going on there, but if you wanna raid bases, this is your weapon for the moment. To make a wood spear you just need 1 branch and 1 metal shard, so you can take a couple of metal shards with you, collect branches at the base you want to destroy, and basically you have a ton of wooden spears at your disposal. After that we have wood sticks. Wood sticks can be gathered by just picking up wood sticks in forest, or you can make them yourself using cutting up wood planks. Keep in mind again that you will need a sharp object like an axe or a knife or something to cut these planks into wood sticks. After that we have wooden arrows. Wooden arrows are just made with wooden sticks, and yeah, it's pretty much your ammunition for your bow, which is pretty self-explanatory. 1 wood stick will translate into 1 arrow, so just collect a whole bunch of sticks and make a whole bunch of arrows with it. Then after that we have the wooden barricades. The wooden barricade is used to barricade windows in houses, and to make it you just need 4 nails and 2 wood planks. After that we have the wooden bow. This is a better variant of the makeshift bow, and I really like this bow because honestly this is the good bow in game. The makeshift bow is so sucky once you get the wooden bow that you don't want to go back to it. And you will have to, because you will die, so... But to make a wooden bow you just need 1 scrap of cloth, 1 spool of twine and 2 wood sticks. Then after that we have the wooden door. A wooden door can take less damage than a metal door, but it can pretty much only be placed in shelter doorways on a foundation. I don't know why, but for some reason wooden doors can't be placed in shacks. To make a wooden door you will need 2 nails, 4 wood planks and 2 metal brackets. And then after that, last but not least, we have the wrench. The wrench can be made using 1 wood stick and 2 metal bars, and it is used to repair your vehicles or as a melee weapon. I don't immediately see anything more, so be sure to let me know if I forgot something in the comment section. I would greatly appreciate it. That's it for now. I'll be sure to make a new vid with new craftable items once the new mode is functional. Thank you all for watching, I hope you enjoyed and found it interesting. Feel free to drop a like or subscribe for more gaming related randomness, and as always guys, I'll see you next time.